Thina sijwayele ngokuchoma ukuthi mina ngishaya ngedladla, mina ngangichoma ngokuthi ngihlala eDane fan. Ngisesentwana ngihamba ngama-Porsche. Ngangichoma ngokuthi ngihlala kuboma Broad Acres. Ngangichoma ngokuthi ngihlala e-Eagle Canyon. Mara khona manje angichomi ngaloko. I'm just proud ukuthi over 100 of us siBowie estate yabodaki. And I see by the show of hands, how many of you guys brought your children here? Well done, well done, well done. Let's give them a round of applause. Well done, well done. I've also brought my child, my daughter is also here. And I'm proud of you. Dudu, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Mtansekaya. She also brought her daughter, by the way. Stage. Just for 2 minutes. 1 minute, actually. 1 minute, actually. I'm so proud of you. Tina slakanipha manje intshebe zethu seziba grey. You know, ukubona wena at your time making music use stage, you're already investing. If mina ngahlakanipha kudala ngenkathi zami ngisephezulu kwe-stage nani kube ngikude kakhulu manje. I'm so proud of you. Ngicela ukuthi nishalele lo sisi izandla, please. Without putting you on the spot, I also would just like you, just kancane nje, ushare ukuthi relationship yethu iphuma kuphi. Oh, nice. Okay.
So how I met DJ SBU, and it's so funny because I said to him, we are so aligned. So I went to study overseas. I went and I applied for studying overseas to do beauty. I did somatology, business management, logistics, and then I got an opportunity to travel the world. I traveled 108 countries. So I was the first black female in South Africa to travel 108 countries at 18. So when I got back, SBU would always be that guy that pushed that flag of us being proud of where we come from, and you know, and then I started in Islef. He had Slef at the time, and I used to motivate. I didn't even know what to say because I was literally like, oh no, what am I going to do? And he mentored me throughout that time. When I went into music, he was getting out of music, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? You know, I went into music and I stumbled a little bit. Imagine what happens now. I go into property and who's the first person I meet? Right? So it's more of an alignment. That's why I say to you guys, sometimes your life aligns in a different way, and you always know you are doing the right thing because you meet the same face when the time is right. Because when I got back overseas, this was the face I met. And when I started investing in the money, this is the face I'm meeting. So that's why I'm saying this is more than just us investing. It's got a higher power also. It's got just us getting our power back. You know, because more than anything, I also went and did so many languages, you know. So, ni hao ma, hi. You know, we need to embrace everybody and know that everything that we are doing for a purpose. So thank you very much for every opportunity and every advice that you've given me, because he said to me, Mamela, you know, and he already found me in it, and then now he's giving me advice, telling me how to make sure that my future's fine. I'm not figuring out 35, by the way. So I still have a long way to go. Thank you so much.
So proud of him, Tanseka. It's so humbling. We came up together with DJ Chalk back then from AYFM. She's always been this little girl who's always around. Like Chalk would always have a young daughter, his young daughter around us. And that young daughter has grown up to become a lady too. It's so incredible, it's amazing. And to see her having less confidence back then when she was still young, I'm a motivational talk, learning a foundation here too. And just to see the dedication that she had in being in each and every school and encouraging younger learners, younger matriculants, grade 8s, grade 10s, all of those years. Little did I know that she'll become a superstar and get into the music and be rocking. But we've always known, because her father, Vele, was a very well-established DJ in Nasegurule. And even Namanj, Chok is doing extremely well. But I'm just so proud of the role that he's played in his daughter, for the daughter to become her, and for Uchok, every time when we bump into each other, Ntanga nyabonga, for into ichuna for ringo sam, nyabonga, na lobeluvana ekela nyabonga. And look at her now, she's becoming this amazing woman. The confidence she has in speaking, and we has a good to puma essence. Mina ngisha sengathi nami nganguye ngeenkathi zami, and I heard ubhuti onjengo DJ Sbu ozongikhablisa ukuthi lalela ntwana ngena la. Mina bengihlanyiswa yilahla, ngihlanyiswa ama Range Rover, ama Porsche, mina bengida. The same way yena her peers khona manje abashaya ama hit bada bakuma Golf 7, bakuma Balenciaga, bakuma Gucci, bona yena ukuphi ngicela simhlaleni izandla vivi. Sure. Ungawari le angeke kulahle sana. Ukwe right manje le angeke izikulahle. Le iwisa khona lapho kumele uye khona. Futhi le akuse yakho le yencosi zakho. And that's the reason why I'm so proud of all of you guys that are here. I'd like to thank my fellow speakers. Thank you so much, guys. I'm very humbled to have you guys agree to come here and give a talk. Ekasi Noble Property Development is a humble company that is started by young black entrepreneurs that does not have a lot of faith in the marketplace because they have not done any other projects before the current projects that they're doing. So rightfully so, you'll find a lot of people in the marketplace having skepticism in coming on board or investing in any new company that does not have a history of having developed anything that we can look at Sibone, Sibambe, Khona manje, and which is very understandable. Dallas liwa imali, Dallas investor kuma schemes or investor kuma development esicabanga ukuthi ayeza bese abantu babaleka neimali zabantu. For me to agree to become their ambassador and to agree to want to work with them, I also had to do my own due diligence, because bengiqala ukubona young people abanesibindi singaka. Phela nthina esikhathini esibhasicabanga ma one property, two property there, awucabanga ukubuild the whole development. Thina if development estate grand sichoma ngayo mara sichoma ngokuthi sihlala la. It was the first time ukuhlangana nabantu abamnyama bayithiwa bathi thina sibowi estate yethu. Sifuna ukusipana nawe. Ngiyazi ukuthi usipana nami mina kuzoba imalini. But that's not ndaba. Ukusalayo sifuna ukusipana nawe siyobhowa estate. Nike naphowa kuphi before? Asikaze sibhowe. Anikaze nibhowe. And then you think ukuthi your reputation is everything. Who are these guys? If I work with these guys, will our project become a success? Will their project dent my reputation? Can I trust these guys? Are they going to wake up tomorrow disappeared? I'm going to have to do my own hard work and do my own due diligence in finding out first as to who am I dealing with here. A lot of you guys in this room are business people. A lot of you guys do network, you're professionals. You do know what it takes to even eventually get into business nabantu. Because yabazi abantu banjani, especially like Joe, abantu banuka kamnandi bashaya isinye isilungu esithinta lesibhakabhakeni. Banuka kamnandi bavanga ikare ezigrand bazokubambala bakupothe, and then you end up thinking ukuthi you're getting into business with legitimate people. But ke uyazi kusejozi ke. Wathi babaqhekanyetsi balifathi bajwa batla ushaka ukapa imratsebe. Batla nyamali laqeda mogcina ohlahla amahlo awo riyo neketsang ha ro checka king you ya dingosi. So you think about all of those things. You think about the work that you've done all these years. You think about the trust that you built in society. You think about if these guys don't do right by what they're saying they're going to do, if they do not make their word their bond, they're going to destroy me, my reputation, and all of the hard work that I've worked for, because people trust me. I'm going to have to trust these guys. I'm going to have to know these guys. I'm going to have to be very comfortable with what they're saying they're going to deliver. And I'll tell you what, now it's hardly 2 years later. I can't believe that it applies late today. Ungavaya uyochecka izinto laphana kamasipala ubheke ukuthi kwenzakalani leli plus lethu. And nangithe lethu angisho bona nami kuphela, ngisho bona nami namanye ama investor I over 100. Ngicela nama investor wethu noshayeleni izandla please. Why bengifuna ukuthi ngibashayeleni izandla? Because they also investing because bazwa uSbu athi. because bazo ivoice kaSbu ekhaya FM, because baza uSbu social media. If uSbusiso athi mhlambe lento ingaba ne potential, ithi sizame, ithi sibone, ithi si over 100 of them. All of us, we are all invested in this farm. This is our entire, all these hectares and hectares and hectares of land. Any one of you guys, before we drive out, you can just drive in, just ubheke nje le view, nje uyibheke uyale. Thina sijwayele ngokuchoma ukuthi ano mina ngishanga edladla, mina ngangichoma ngokuthi ngihlala eDainfern. Ngisesentwana ngihamba ngama-Porsche. Ngangichoma ngokuthi ngihlala kuboma Broad Acres. Ngangichoma ngokuthi ngihlala e-Eagle Canyon. Mara khona manje angichomi ngaloko. I'm just proud with over 100 of us. Sibhoyi estate yabotaki. Ningazishaya izandla, it's okay. Sibhoyi estate yabotaki, what does that mean? It means it is possible, but it means it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of regulations that you have to go through. It's a lot of positive, humble spirit that you have to approach your developments and your projects with. Because you're not only representing your company and the investors and your associate stakeholders, but you're also going to be a part of a community around. The community that is opposing your project right now, you need to come with love and understand they've got every right to. That's how processes should happen. When I'm owning a house or a home in a development or in a certain community somewhere, and other people are coming in to try and bring a development, us as the community members, like us like isn't it going to devalue our houses, Konala? So when it gets gazetted and we've got an opportunity to oppose or to put in, state our facts and our reasons, we will do that, and rightfully so. And I'd like to congratulate the community of Bears Nodia, and currently with the brand new upcoming Gonyama Lifestyle Estate at the North Riding Equestrian Estates. I'd like to also congratulate them for holding us into account. I'd like to congratulate them for making it difficult for us to continue with our project. I'd like to thank them because they're teaching us how to abide by the law. They're teaching us patience, but they're also teaching us this real estate space. As I've already said, the people that I'm an ambassador for, Ekasi Noble Property Development, they're also new in the property space. So the challenges and the hurdles that you have to go over, they sort of then even educate you more. I never thought 12 years ago, my company is now 9 years old in MOFAYA. I never thought I'd know anything about beverages, about the FMCG space, about manufacturing, about packaging, about drinks, about different flavors. I never knew I'll be getting into all these different meetings with all these different wholesaler owners. I'll be getting into all these meetings with the heads, as Abuma ShopRite Checkers, as Abuma Fresh Stop, Boma Caltex Engine, Boma Spa. I never knew I'll be so entrenched in the beverage space that right now I know beverages more than I probably know a lot of things in my life because of the past 9 years that I spent in beverages. But why do I have this knowledge that I have now? And with my business partners, why are we consistently growing with our business? Because we were intentional about the project that we were starting. And we told ourselves nobody's going to stop our vision, and nobody's going to stop us. I remember even when we started the MOFAYA project, we called it a protest project. We knew that it was not our project. We knew that it was not only our children's project, but we knew that in the country at the time, South Africa needed that. There's a company that we had started at the time, at that time, Leadership 2020. How many of you guys remember Leadership 2020? Oh, thank you very much. How many of you guys have been to any of our seminars since then? Nice, oh, nice. Oh, now you're on this side. Results again. And how many of you guys, I'd like to say, let me put it this way. How many of you guys heard of MOFAYA Nasisai Qala almost 10 years ago? Nice. How many of you guys thought to go to start up my chance? That's exactly what we are going through right now with Ekasi Noble Property Development. But I'm going to start up my chance. And you've got a point to prove, you've got history to make, you've got things to change, you've got a pace to set, you've got examples to show, you've got a level to achieve and show other people that it's doable. If there was no fire, there wouldn't be no part two. If there was no more fire, there wouldn't be no trip. There probably would have been, but at least it's a little bit easier for everybody else who follows. Because ukhona ongenile one, ufuna ukulobela ungena, naziyazi thina besiphule ama-forumini ke thina. Baba mbalona upola rkhuletse MKHUKHU. Ngithola yo kodisa babonke abakoba ma-hospital view wacaba disaba tsakokasi yo ifensi inde lapha uyakoba badlala i-swimming pool. Lina kina kuna-swimming pool ujwayele iVascoma ngithi. You know, you want to be a part of them, you want to be inside. That's what we've always wanted. But right now it's ngaphakathi. And asikho ngaphakathi because anyone is letting us in. Sizakhela i-swimming pool yethu, sizakhela ubutshani bethu, sizakhela ijaridi lethu. And yes, there's going to be a lot of skepticism, there's going to be a lot of challenges, there's going to be a lot of doubt in the marketplace. But now we are here, Baba. Izinto sezishentshile akusafani nakudala manje, siyayenza lento. Should uzoyibelieve uyibukele kanje ngathi movie yakaThabo Bester baba. Uzoyibukele kanje ngamehlo. Izoyenzeka phambi kwa. The same way movie yeMOFAYA uyibukelile for the past 9 years. Ekasi Noble Properties movie uzoyibukela. Uzoyibukela uzozibamba uzoyo and bayayenza lento. And it's all good vele so far siyayenza. And guess what? With the same mentality of being intentional about the protest project called MOFAYA, it's the same with Ekasi Noble Property Development. What makes us different in the marketplace is because number one, we are for the people. What is the proof in the pudding that we are for the people? Because I've never heard of anybody that accommodates or that sort of find ways to work with blacklisted people. I mean, I've been blacklisted before. ITC, I'm a judgment. Ngiyazi abanye vele nifana nami sale seniphakamisa izandla bayengakapha kubangela ku-ITC. Sibaningi siyazi izokubamba i-ITC yokubamba kanje. Izokuhama ngeke ukhona ukwenza ngeke ukhona ukubhayikare ngeke ukhona ukubhayidlala ngeke ukhona ukwenza next. Now imagine if there is a company that gives you an opportunity to change your children's future even if you are blacklisted. I've never heard of such, but I do know now there's a lot of companies that do help people who are trying to purchase e-moto. I've never heard about property. uNkulunkulu ngathi angasibusisa umveli inqakimba akakhanyise makuvuleke makukhanye Ramasedi akulelitsela. May this company and other companies like it grow. May all the companies that are owned by all these young black entrepreneurs grow. May we show others the same way we did with MOFAYA. Ukuthi guys, while simele lama politician wethu ukuthi asincede ukuthi sithole lo mhlaba back, thina at least ukuthi siyakhona ukuthi sibe together, sihlanganise amasentinyana, sihlanganise ingqondo zethu, sihlanganise all of that entrepreneurial prowess that we have. Let's come together, let's create those opportunities for abanye abantu ukuthi iplaza liso ngoba thina nasakhula iplaza liso obviously isiganga kiko sigangeni. But if it's such an amazing developing area like this, we are able to sihlangane silipurchaseni le farm nasiqeda ukulibhaya senzani kufana nekhekhe na ulisika kanje. Grand into esiyenzayo leyo. Ngoba sikhona ukuthi sizobloma ngayiko expensive kakhulu thina senzani siyahlangana kule tafula asifake nama fiber up asilibhayeni ke le plaza nasiqeda lapho let's go through the right legal processes as a government. Let's adhere to the rules and the regulations and the property laws of the country and make sure ukuthi siyawuthatha lo mese and then siyalisika le khekhe. Siyalisika le khekhe kanje and then nasitobele silisika nakanje. Siyalisika nakanje. Wena bekungekukhona ukuzwakala ukuzobloma nathi yi. So yakhona manje because of at least le block le eyakho silalela. Na into lahlika. Ngena ndoda. When we doubt at that time and vele mele udoubt. Mara wena ugcina so decide ukwenzani I know ukuthi ngiyobamba something else ngalento. Okay, sharp. 2 years later, lento lebe sigayo namhlambe ngeclipper 50 or nge2 clipper. Now uzwakala ukufind out if market value yayo ukuthi yini abuma 5 clipper uhlahlamehlo and that's still nothing. Now uzwakala via 3 or 4 years later, ugcina sobona amadlala sobona yonke into ukuthi if you wayibalance lesasikhale sigayo le opportunity lesasikhala besigasona. If we was balance, you were going to find a way ukuthi upowe. Even if let's say mhlamba ukhona uku-afforda or mhlamba blacklisted ukhona ukuthola i-loan ebank maruphandile ukuthi at least uthole lesikhala lesi. Ezinye uzozibona phambili as long at least so invest emhlabeni. You can't be calling yourself an African if you don't own a piece of any Africa. Ukhuluma ngomlomo nje kuphela mos. Mele at least even if nje ileyo 150 square meters or ileyo 250 square meters or ileyo 500 square meters, you must own a piece of Africa for yourself to call yourself an African. And if there are opportunities like these that people have come together to provide for our people. I think we are able to do the same, to go do your own due diligence as well. Go get your own legal people and advisors. And I'm not saying you invest with Ekasi Noble Property Development, but you invest in such opportunities with other companies out there, instead of you just only waiting to buy an already made home. That is still fine as well if you can afford to get a banking loan, you don't have any credit records in King, or you don't have any blacklisting, etc. Then that's fine. If you say Marabanda bazwakala early, and the reason why I'm a phase 1, nama opportunities early are cheaper, is because labo bantu labo baya riska. Bathenga into engakabi khona. Grand thenga isikanga. Ngilanguage yaselokishini. Mara yes uthola umhlaba. Mara grand now uyayechekisisa lide nguthenga into engekho. Uthenga ingulube sesakeni. That's why ngiyibambe le ngulube boy fresh kanjani. Shangelinye idiamond la emsileni ndoda ba. Utha mfana maye ithi ngicela ulivula lesaka ngiyibone le ungayekela relax awena. You only have that person's word. That's why it's difficult for people to trust other people with their monies, and that's why you have to do strict research, strict proper due diligence before you invest in anything. Inform yourself, be satisfied, get your legal people, and be wise before you get into the space. I mean, I'm still brand new, and the fact that I've got all these types of people already around us, I'm very excited. I follow all of them on their social media platforms. I follow their content. I follow their rhetoric. I follow what they're about. For instance, like next week, I'm joining up with Witness Mtaga at his event at Rustenburg. I'm paging Spanish Shire, the whole country, educating people about property. We've got a brand new episode, the Property Talk Show, which is a new show with Ekasi Noble Property Development and a platform SBU host internet, the Hustler's Corner. That episode features him. He's got a brand new book that you guys need to watch that episode and get that book, but listen to the wisdom. And I'm sure some of you guys, you heard their wisdom. It's more than just money, right? It's more than just money. And menu mlalela naga break it down, naga cacisela, uti na naga sesentwana ole like lamsheli room. Which is what I always say about you don't even have to be a lady to and invest in 4 stands. You can just buy one, that's fine. Or even just one apartment. It doesn't even have to be here. Imagine now buy an apartment no for Ringo Circle. Let's say you buy an apartment le 5 clipper. Only one. Ingo Circle, let's say mhlabilingana ningo samina 10 manje. In 8 years' time, in university. Are you sure good when in that 8 years' time was over top? Are you sure good to win a bank as a miss a seat? If you are sure, Marolobeli apanda ngaye sighting, Mbambele apartment besufagum kashida. That's why. Because in that 8 years, Nasega ever seat. Leo apartment is about 5 clip by value. 8 years from now, Angeg is about 5 clip. Probably you go so up 7 clip, if not double. You be about 8, 9 clip or even $1 million. Even if worst case scenario anything happens to you, umshiyena apartment. Angikhulumi ngezinye izinto futhi la sikhulume nje ngaleyo apartment e5 clip. Naseka na 18. Let's say when awusekho, worst case scenario. Better example, but I'll just make an easy example. Umshiyena leyo A1. And then wa advisor labo bantu labo na ushaya iwili yakho, your legal people, ukuthi benzeni because you have an instructor, because angithi yazi ingozi zethu nazikhula ukuthi asinterested ayebhayisa lento le. Mara wena mele uba instructor according to your advisors bazokutshela, but ukhulume nabo ukuthi nangiqeda ukuvaya le apartment le mele imnakekele. And you become clever. Uthola i-apartment endaweni ukuthi uyazi ukuthi, that's why they say abantu abacava property njengalabo bazokutshela bazothi location, location, location. Location is everything. So now totally ngosaka apartment location in the top. Uyakhona ukuthi yena nasekaya eVarsity. Le value le apartment number 1 seyinyukile, but number 2 angithi behlala abaqashi. Ikhipha inyuku every month. Leyo nyuku leyo iyezomisa eVarsity. Mara naka eVarsity futhi by that time and the value of this property nale nyuku ikhiphayo, whether you like it or not, it's highly possible ukuthi ingosi yakho can actually purchase the second property. Even if you're nangazi ngoba una 18 but you've instructed the legal people ukuthi lalelani, by that time the property ngisho izobe se appreciate kangaka, find a way ukuthi nemncede ukuthi athole S2. Leyo S2 nakayithola ngokusebenzisa the existing one, mele nenze sure ukuthi niyomtholela yona eduzane kuleyo university azobe afunda kuyo, so that irent angaka yoyibhadala omunye umuntu, irent yakhe iyoba kulapho kuleyo ndlu yakhe, or mhlambe that new apartment or 2-3 bedroom house next to esikoleni, instead ukuthi aye ku student accommodation kuphi uzobe abloma edladleni lakhe. And ngoba usesa student angeke ahlale la I1, uzohlala nama roommate. Mhlawumbe uzohlala nama roommate I2 or I3, let's say 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom, ama student akhona ukuthi ashare. Ubani ubhadala irent la? Ama roommate wakhe. Ngamanye amagama ubani oservice le bond entsha la? Ama roommate wakhe. So umsete ngale yokuqala usaphila, noma sowungeke le yokuqala impayela AS2 eduzane nasesigela iyamgelezisa, and the AS2 ibond yakhona iserviciwa ama roommate wakhe. Akusuya ama roommate wakhe. And that time sekaphethe ama property too, the rest is history. Nazi nyugu more than me, and nazi financial planning more than me. I don't know that much, but I can tell you, with just one apartment, an example that I've just made can change your family's life forever. Because nale ngosako some guy head start. Una 18, una buma 19, 20, 21, sekaphethe ama apartment I2. Come on. Sekamnandi lo muntu. Sekamnandi for life. Because even if mhlawumbe uyozama ukuyophanda uyofuna isipana akasitholi, they follow that route. Ayaka witness mdala. Umama wakhe wamshiya nama room Ekasi. Bakushiya nama room angaki boy? I7 Ekasi. Abaqashi by that time usesentwana uyacaba bebahafa malini? 8 by that time mara be Y7. Cabanga bona ngaki that time? Bekana 18, exact example engikutshela yona. Mara yena ke iproperty ekhona bekuphi esekasi. And Ekasi is always going to be booming. So we can talk about these things the whole day, we can talk about property the whole day, but I'm just glad in this room I'm seeing a lot of young people, and that makes me so happy, because at least the message is penetrating to the future of this country. I'm very proud of all you young guys that are here, and ngicela ukubonga bonke abazelana ukuzothola knowledge from all these incredible people, and ngicela ukubonga kakhulu the people that are neighbors. Mina ngizobe ngishaya ngedladla yi. Nase not riding zobe ngishaya ngedlala. Grand aba investee bazoba ama neighbor wethu. Ndedi I'm blessed to have you as a neighbor mntanisekhaya. Ngizobe ngidlula lapha ngenze sure ukuthi mhlambi inja yakwami yakakela lapha etshanini la kwakho yabona. Just ukuzoblessa nje yabona. So bese ama neighbor yo ke mo selrata teng mo ka 2023. Mhlambe that time yokuwabo ma 2029. Ngeke uzobe kuzobunzima nokungena lapha egate. Kuzobe kunamanye ama security lapha uzobuphaza. For nina abanye nizobe nitshola la kule estate nizobe nifuna ngikhethi Elizabeth, what is the house number? You know, and that's what we're going to have here. But let me tell you, this is not just going to be like any other ordinary estate, because I come from the media space. I remember when we started eLeadership 2020, the mindset was, let us not just do educational leadership business content engathi yabora. Let's learn from MKHUKHU how they did it. Time about Billy Slicker and time about David Melapo, but let's add our own flavor and our own flair. Because this is important education. Asika any style, asika any flavor. And that was our intention. That's the reason why Konamanje, almost a decade later, you are finding the type of energy you are finding in the country in entrepreneurship. And I'm glad who are the people who used to come to our seminars that time. Izandla eziningi ziphuma from ngayi. Mina futhi bengazi nokwazi. It's not like ukuthi ngiba invitele la for logo. I didn't know. But I'm just proud ukuthi our audience then listened. They listened, and today they are these people. They are investors themselves, and they are one of many. Because when you look at the entrepreneurship culture that is happening in this country, I'm always proud to have been a part and being in the forefront of that. It was difficult. You had to be ridiculed. You had to be criticized. You had to be called names. You had to be doubted. But I'm glad that even if at the time we didn't know, which will end up becoming an inspiration to a lot of people. We were just starting a business for ourselves that we would call a protest project, but we didn't know with how many challenges it was going to come with. Although we knew what we wanted to inspire the country and make entrepreneurship fashionable, I'm glad that right now it's a decade later and everybody has followed suit in what we're doing. Everybody is continuing to even preach that message. Ownership, ownership, ownership. Investments, investments, investments. Lento lekade bashaya ngayo kudala la ikhahlambeni ukuthi njalo siyomaketha siyobereka siyamanorities gibela ama taxi. That was fine. That was for our parents. That was for us. but let's make it a little bit better, Tina, for Ingosi zethu. And I'm glad that there is just that energy, entrepreneurship in South Africa. There is not only just the mentality of your marketa, but the mentality of create a mini Spani. If you are not you call into am no manga bemhlambe nginenyukunyana incane ethi ngibamba ama case weMOFAYA ngiyaphusha estradini lawo ma case ayongihamba ayonginceda ukuthi ngibeke ukudla etafuleni or over a couple of months mhlambe ngithola i-deposit nyana evan or e-Uber ngimuvele to i-Uber nayo ngiyiphushe for another year or 6 months or 9 months or a year and a half ngibhayele yes2 le yes2 oseziyi2 manje mhlambe zingibhayele apartment yami yokuqala instead yokuthi ngimuvele in kulo fast mhlambe ethi ngilirentisa nalo selilethenye income nalama Uber ethiwa lethenye income at least impilo yami sengiyabona ukuthi yakuphi. So that's the mindset we're trying to instill in young people ukuthi guys asizenzeleni manje. Bashashaye for too many years labantu laba. Bashashaye kakhulu for too many years. And let's do better, let's do different. Let's become the people that are breaking the cycle. We can't keep on having this thing keep on happening over and over and over and over. These are the types of stories we want to hear. We want to hear ukuthi umuntu naseka ama stage axoxa ukuthi mina audit lam langishiyela ama room ay7. Mina audit lam already kade silicabangile future. That's why I am successful. There was no other way, like bekangana choice. Unless it bekade ngasingosi ekhuluse grand bezochunani bezothatha la ama room ay7 iwabhayise. And I'm sure that was like maybe 10 years ago. Mhlambe kububhaye i-golf khona manje khona i-golf 7. That time mhlambe khona i-golf 5 or i-golf 6. Kube selikuphi manje mhlambe amatara khona kube sewayimbama. Ngoba mina ngikutshela ivari inyuke imali engispende eikarini. Angeke ngizikhombe lezo ikari manje. But if benginama room njengaye I can imagine ukuthi ama room ay7 kube sengiwathene into how many khona manje. Just like what these guys have done. They own hundreds and hundreds of... I'm actually sure, collectively amongst all of them, I'm definitely sure they all own over 1,000 properties, these people that you're seeing here. And it was also beautiful to see put Leslie Kama from Umnoto. Umnoto Village is another development that they're doing. Umnoto Village has come with its own challenges. He was just speaking before me. I was interviewing him the other day. That's an episode that's going to come not next week, but the week after. Property talk show in the Hustlers Corner. Usitshelile naye ama challenges abaye baba nawo kuma development wabo. It's similar challenges that we are going through, like Bears no there. Similar challenges we are going through, we lapana a North Riding. It's similar challenges we might be going through. Also, we are going through a Randfontein, Robin Park, Nasa Robin Hills. But guess what? uNkulunkulu angeke athathe ama challenges awonikezo awabemo mahetleng momthole ngora never khono who are career kore o ya rona ba pelo tse thata ko pele kore rona re ikemiseditse ba ka ditlisa di challenges tseo kaofela ba ka zogala kaofela di challenges tsa bona ba ka re oppose ba ka etsa ba ka re bua ampe ba ka spread whatever. It's fine, we are ready for it because we are the generation that is making a change so that by the day we are gone we played our part in this country. I've sworn with myself because I'm here to make history. I'm not just here to be a 5Ws wazala wapila wavele wadla wafa. I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to change lives. I'm here to enlighten the black child. And I will be the sacrificial lamb. I will be the living example of what the next generation must do. Little did I know what it'll happen so quick. Where I'm driving, Boma N1, Mbona ma billboard wa ma trip, Mbona ma billboard wa bopatu. Ngizwa abo bese Lebogang lebebe baqala Lebogang lebebe ngicela mhlawumbe baxoxele ukuthi mina nawe sahlangana kanjani.
We met actually in Santiago, one of I think it was the 10th week stream year or summer. I was invited there, and then that's when we met with school and we spoke about some of the ventures that we can do together. And that's how it all started. But I always knew him from Ekasi. He used to come to Ike in our township where he used to come and motivate us and tell us that, young person, it is possible, regardless of where you come from, when you started, your background and everything else, look at us as people about Pume about those that have got our scars. Was a luxury and we say luxury and then we did everything and then he told us his story and taught us the perseverance, taught us the commitment, taught us the discipline, taught us that when we work hard and work for what we want to achieve, we can always achieve what we want to achieve. And that time, MKHUKHU in Tembisa, I grew up in a squatter camp called Madalawofa, arguably the most poverty-stricken part of Tembisa. So that's where I was born and bred, and we had wise words from Ubuntu. And then years later, we bumped into each other as a team, and that's how the working relationship started.